Okay, we're recording.
All
We have
right.
we have 119 minutes that we can say something.
Oh, well, I won't last that long, I'll tell you that.
I
And my
know.
mom might not let me.
That's
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
None of it matters. If it gets weird, then we'll just let the weirdness happen and away we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're
Here we are.
recording our podcast remotely because Catherine has COVID and
Yep.
her mom had COVID. Well, does your mom still have it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But Kenny tested negative.
He just this afternoon tested negative. Yes.
Good. So that's why we could not be in the same room. So Catherine is at her house, not at my house.
Yes. And
And
the
we're
show must
trying
go on.
the show must go on, Catherine. And we're trying this new we don't know what we're doing. This thing is called podcast or no, Zencaster. And it's a way to I guess it's recording us. I don't know what it's gonna look like when we're done.
Yeah, it's not going to go out as a video, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be video and audio. Do you want
Right.
me to turn off the video?
I don't
I think
know. I mean,
I think I can.
well, I could be. Yeah, I don't know. I could be seen anyway. I'm sick, and this is a horrible, horrible picture.
All right. So I'm sorry that you have COVID. I'm sorry that COVID is even a thing. And we decided that we would talk about what it's like when your loved one is in the hospital, your parent or your elderly loved one that you're caring for.
Right.
So tell our listeners and watchers if this actually works, I don't know, but tell everybody what it was like for you and for your mom going to the hospital.
Well, it was traumatic. For her, it was traumatic. For my sister and I, uh, and my mom's right here, so I'm kind of limited on what I can
Yeah,
say. But it was traumatic because she didn't know what was wrong. We didn't know what was wrong, and also we were doing the communicating for her.
right.
And so, and it's scary because you have a parent that has limitations, I would say, and they don't know it. Also, the medical people don't know the regular baseline, so they don't
Yeah.
know how I knew the elevated confusion. If you
Right.
see me, I keep looking over toward my mom. So,
Does she want to be on? You can put her on if she wants.
oh, let's not wake the baby. I mean, she's awake, but she's watching TV.
Let's wake the-
Do you understand? It's very hard to even be able
I get it.
yeah. So,
Okay, so
so
there's extra layers of challenge when you have to take your loved one to the hospital.
yeah. Well, at any time, nobody likes to be at the hospital anyway, and nobody
No
likes to
kidding.
wait.
Right.
And in this particular case, we waited. Sheesh, let's see, 6 hours. No, so my mom just said about 50 hours. The baby has awoke. Um,
50
the
hours.
dingo got my baby.
You had
Anyway,
to wait in the ER, right?
we had to wait in the ER about not in the waiting room, but actually in the ER for about 7 hours.
Wow.
And they're shorthanded, and then they had a phlebotomist that came in. That was She had said that she was tired. We kind of wanted to acknowledge we understood that they're busy,
Sure.
but frankly, she was rude, and I was trying to, like I said, acknowledge that she was busy, and my sister Wendy also did as well, and she was just abrupt. And then when you have, hold on, sorry, we,
That's okay.
what? people do that, you shoot it right back to them and say, my mom just said, when people are like that, you shoot it back to them and you say, I don't like your attitude.
That's right,
And that
Doreen.
is what my mom did, by the way.
Yeah.
Intimidating me, but I can intimidate more. So she's saying they like to intimidate, but I can intimidate more.
She's probably right about that.
Well, yes. Well, here she goes now. She's
The baby has awoken.
yeah. Oh my goodness. What? They weak against the weak people. Can you hear her?
Yeah, about weak people.
Yeah. The weak people. Yeah. So that's what happened. The woman was she was rude, and my mom was in a confused state,
Yeah.
elevated confused state, because she doesn't know what's going on, and here comes this woman throwing the all of the stuff that she needed, like the tubes and the packed bandages and stuff, just threw it on the gurney on the bed where my mom is, didn't identify herself. All these things, when a patient is already upset and confused and scared and
Right.
doesn't want to be there, it's really disturbing. And no matter how busy they are, and I'm sure we probably have a lot of nurses and people who work in the medical industry kind of feel defensive, and I get that. At the same time, like the back of her badge, I was reading it and it said, always identify yourself, always treat people with respect, always greet them and let them know what you're doing. She didn't do
Wow.
any of those things. Uh-oh. Oh no, my mom's getting all riled up. All of a sudden she has energy. Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'll show you what.
Okay. Hi, Doreen.
Hi, Nina. I give her one rotten look, and I said, "You better shut your mouth before I close it." Okay, did you hear that?
You better shut your mouth before I shut it.
Before I close it, yeah.
Close it. Okay.
Yeah. So she actually just got up pretty quick out of the couch, and she's been really struggling with that, with her mobility and so forth.
Well,
So
I'm so grateful that she's doing better.
yeah, me too.
Well, good.
Yeah, but
So,
anyway, the hospital stay, it's tough because, and then when they have COVID, um, we were kind of wondering what is taking so long once we got admitted. Well, I was the only one that was able to be there. So when I say we, I mean me. And, and and I try to, I think that I'm pretty patient, for the
yeah.
most part, but I mean, it was extremely long. And I was calling the nurse button on the bed because she had to make a bowel movement, and she also said she was mumbling about being sick, and I thought, oh,
Yeah.
she vomit. There was nothing in the room to catch it, so I pressed the button. Nobody came, and she did vomit all over herself, and then she also had the bowel movement in the bed, in the
Yeah.
pants. So when the CNA came, I did say, "Are you guys a little short staffed?" And he said, "We're stretched thin."
Yeah.
So, and that seemed to be the consensus all over the board, that they're stretched thin. And another thing was too that someone had told, one of the staff members told me that they had to completely gown up every time they came into her room. So that takes time. So a couple people had double masks, and so even like when her food came, the one day it didn't come at all, I was furious. Actually, I started crying because I was so upset.
Well,
Oh,
that's understandable.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, but when they just they're hesitant to come in, um, because they have to gown up and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
but
I can understand the limitations that the staff has. They can only go so many places at one time and all that. Um, there's just no excuse for rudeness. There's absolutely, and no matter how tired you are, no matter how stretched thin you are. You may not be able to get there, right away, but when you do get there, put your smile on, leave your troubles at the door.
Especially
And
when the family members are trying to acknowledge, that we understand how busy we are.
sure.
I know that family members of patients get crazy, like they get rude. But when they're not, especially then, um, just whether they are or not, just show respect for one another on both sides of the fence. All
Yeah.
over the hospital, there are signs that say, "We respect our patients. Please respect our staff." And it's so sad that we have to be reminded that.
Yeah, I guess, when push comes to shove, you get to see what comes out of a person, and we've all been in that position where something unpleasant, has come out either with our attitude or our words or behavior, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
well, I
Right.
wish
Right.
you full health. You have to get better. We have plans, we have to
Oh,
go to South Carolina. So
I
you have to get
know.
well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's before everything was just cold symptoms. Now I'm really like I feel nauseated and
It's
I
kicking in.
I'm really really tired. I have not been able to rest at all.
Wow.
I mean not even.
Well, I won't keep you because, we'll just kind of do a wrap up here because we wanted to record something because we just weren't able to get anything. We weren't able to be together for one thing because Cathrine was actually at the hospital with her mom who had COVID and Kenny had COVID. So we couldn't get together. And then we thought we could get together today, but she tested positive for COVID. So we're doing this remotely and hoping that I hope it works. I don't know.
Oh, me too. Hold on, Trace. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go.
Okay. Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.